So this is going to be somewhat different video than most of the videos that you might find on my channel. And it's about being a good friend or the lack thereof. Um, and the reason I'm doing this video is because A, I feel like maybe I'm misunderstood sometimes. And I want to give my take on things. Now, some background story. Today I had a call with a friend. Let me just turn on the AC. I had a call with a friend. I haven't spoken to her in quite some time. I love her. But, life. And she called me. I'm like, how are you? It's like, I was being depressed, and it's not the first time. And I didn't call you because I know like you don't want to hear about my depression or about my low energy or like the things I'm going through. And she's right. Like, I feel like we're all going through shit. And after that, like there's, but you need to understand that friends are there for, when hard times and stuff like that. Yes, I get it. But I feel like there's also two different type of friends. And it also connects to different type of mentors. There's the one friend who's gonna offer you, like that shoulder to cry on and be there in rough times and just tell you that everything's gonna be okay and just like hug you and tell you that it's not your fault and all that stuff. And there's that other friend who's gonna call you out on your bullshit, who's gonna tell you, hey man, you need to switch these things. You need to switch this mindset. You need to do this, that, and the other so you won't be there. But if you keep on following and falling for that same mindset and in that same energy, dude, I don't have that room in my life to hold this energy. I have my own shit to deal with. I'm a recently single dad, separated from my wife. I have 2 kids. I have the business, which if you're an entrepreneur, you know how many shit is going on behind the scene that nobody knows. Everyone sees how much money you're making or what car you're driving or whatnot, like the lifestyle, but no one knows the arrows that are being shot to your back day in, day out. But that's part of life. And so everyone has their own shit to deal with. Everyone. And I get it and I appreciate and I feel like that there's room for different type of personalities and different type of people. There's a room for that person, for that good friend that you can call and he can comfort you and all that stuff. That's not me. And by the way, if you still didn't pick it up, that's not my style as well as a business coach. If you go and listen to the recent podcast that I did with Siavosh, one of my students, he tells you this. Lior is going to call you out on your bullshit. And he's going to yell at you. And he's going to tell you straight to the face that, hey, and I saw this today as I was, doing our weekly group call. I saw that I did this. People were just like, oh yeah, but what's the technical, how do you do the content creation and all that? The theory stuff and that there's a lot of mental masturbation that's going on. Where Instead, you need to take action. And so I'm calling this out. I'm not trying to make it seem like, oh yeah, that's fine. And you know, like, yes, take your time. No, man, that's not me. And I appreciate the fact that there are other styles, and other styles are needed. Like, I was a few years ago at a sexual manhood, like, weekend retreat, or I don't even know how to call this, right? And there's like a lot of breath work and openness between, you know, like very dominant men, and, you know, like people were crying, and like me as well. I've had, you know, like I've had like very emotional, like absolutely there's room for these type of things and these type of events and these type of mentors and coaches and friends and whatnot. But that's not me. That's just not me. That's the fact. That's not me. And B, I see it with the results that people are getting, and the feedback that I'm getting from people who get it is that you also need that tough love sometimes. You also need that friend, that coach, that mentor, however you want to call it, who's going to call you on your bullshit, who's going to call you out on your behavior, who's going to just like say, hey man, you need to stop. You need to stop it. You need to stop drinking. You need to stop doing drugs. You need to stop partying. You need to stop bitching and whining. You need to change. You need to change this if you want like something different. If you're okay with this, awesome. Beautiful, man. You do you. But I don't have the mental, physical, spiritual, whatever it is, capacity to have this negative, depressing, like low energy in my life. For me, you want to be around me? All right, let's go up. Let's take each other up. And so I told her, like, hey, I get it. That's me. And you want to call me? Call me when you're in an uplifted mood. Call me when it's fun. Call me when things are going great. When you appreciate how things are. Because we live in such a abundant and privileged society that we oftentimes forget, and we look at ourselves as like poor me with my issues and whatnot. I have zero patience for this. That's it. That's the video. That's what I wanted to share with you. This is who I am. I'm not apologetic about it. You need to also know what you're getting yourself into, whether you want to become a friend, a student, a mentee, whatever it is. Know who you're dealing with and know what to expect. So I hope you find this video useful. My name is Lior Vaknin, and I'll see you here in the next one. Peace.